Yes. Hello, Rupa.
Hello.
It's so pleased to meet you via online like this, and I'm actually trembling right now because oh, this is such a good thing to do to talk about the movie. So, first thing first, I really like how you made this series because each episode have their own moments and it's not really engaged to one another so that we can watch it like one episode at one time only, not like binge watching all of them at once. And then the series itself per episode, it only requires like mostly 15 minutes at most, and it doesn't really take my time a lot to watch the series, so I really like it. And for my question is, I only have one question. Is like they term the same love, the same gender, the like the term various type of love or the same gender love thing is common in India, because yeah, as we might already know that in Indonesia itself, it's not a common thing to tell or to brag to a lot of people, because other people might have other bad arguments about it. And while in the US, if we want to see the bigger picture, in the US, it's already a common thing. They even have the festival to brag themselves about their love story. So, is in India, the various type of love thing is a common thing? Thank you.
Um, I think it is a common thing everywhere and for generations. Like it's been a common thing from before, because it's even in history and mythology in India, there are mentions of it. But is it an open thing? Is what it is, right? Uh, in US, there have been movements, and there have been US as a culture, it's a very new country. It's about 500-600 year old country, so it is easy. I wouldn't say easy, but they have had their fights and battles to arrive at where they have arrived, where it is quite an open thing now. And each culture, each land has its own fights to battle and fight. For example, in India, we have poverty to fight, like I think because we have had British, like English rulers for 500 years. So, and when they left us in a very bad shape. So we have to rebuild ourselves. So there is an economical issue, there is a political issue. So there are many other issues which have taken a lot of focus, I think. So only now in the last decade or so, there have been certain movements, and the LGBT pride and all of that happened in India as well, but in a very small way. I think it will take a while before we get. So I don't think we should. It's a nice thing to compare ourselves with European countries or American, not US of A, because it's a very very different context, their lives and our lives. Um, eh, so it has been a common thing. If not for that, I wouldn't have made this series. But has it been open? No. Only now it is kind of in metropolitan cities. It is kind of becoming a little open thing. But it is very in their offset, in their like projection in here, the pride and community and all of that. They're very. I feel somewhere they're kind of trying to follow and uh, uh, follow Western, which is not so right to do so far, because we have, there are other things like fighting for equal rights and marriage rights and all of that. I mean, first of all, people don't even know such stories happen. First we need to make them aware of it before we fight for marriage rights. It's a long journey. So it is now slowly becoming open in metropolitan cities in India. Not And I think because of social media, they have like a common space to interact and all of that. And yeah, so it's a long journey before, it can be like all kind of couples sit at the under the same roof and be feel okay. It's a long journey before that. Do you answer your question?
Yes, thank you very much, Rupa.
Thank you so much, Pramita. Thank you,
You
Rupa.
have very, very sweet students, Irene.